In the heart of nature, we find our true strength, a connection to our roots, to the land, to each other. Introducing Rootwork deodorant, infused with the potent power of High John the Conqueror root. Embrace the natural strength and resilience passed down through generations. Feel the purity of natural ingredients, harmonizing with your body and spirit. Rootwork deodorant, bringing you in tune with nature and with yourself. Rootwork deodorant. Connect, empower, thrive. Available now at rootworkstyle.com.
What's up, brother? I don't know. You don't have a name. You just
Yeah,
got a.
I'll just tell you my name. Why not, let me just introduce myself first, so you know where I'm coming from. My name
Yeah.
is Max.
Hey, man.
And I'm of mixed ethnicity. So my mom is like a from the South, originally like Black, Native American, Sephardic Jew, and Scottish. My dad is like a full-blown reptilian, blue-blooded wasp. Um, and so I think I have kind of like a unique perspective on a lot of these issues. Um,
Okay.
I, I agree that the American people, and especially foundational Black Americans, are owed a debt by the American government and thereby the American people. And I see a lot of new immigrants who lobby against that. But I also think that people who are from generational taxpayers in America are also owed a debt, because effectively what's been used is taxpayer dollars and free labor and stolen land to create massive revenue bases, huge amounts of intellectual property that then go and get licensed for free to corporations. They utilize those monies and intellectual properties to generate massive profits for themselves, and then syndicate those profits to a very small group of elite, uh, seemingly centrist but actually hyper liberal, you know, white supremacy. And I have there are these nuances between things like white nationalism and white supremacy, but the Vesica Pisces of people who believe in those concepts, there's a large overlap, and a lot of times a lack of understanding of the nuance even amongst the groups who ascribe to these type of belief systems. And I just know the experience of, appearing to the world as a Black man, but then getting my driver's license run and then realizing like, oh, we've got a blue-blooded reptilian and we can't mess with him. And I see these things and I hear these arguments that get brought up where it's like, well, he was breaking the law. Well, first of all, he was violating a vehicle code, not breaking the law, right? And second of all, these things are torts, not criminal. So to behave with a type of like, some type of violent response or respond with force with something that's, effectively a civil tort and pay a fine is kind of ridiculous. And it demonstrates these sort of structures. And I think that one of the things we're actually seeing is the crumbling of the long established, the 500-year established white supremacy that really began in the period of the Renaissance, when people like Il Moro de' Medici were ousted from the Medici banking family, and this kind of pushback against what was previously, a fairly integrated elite society in Europe, previous to the Renaissance. So I think
Hmm.
there's just a lot of history people aren't taught, and because of that, they have a skewed perspective. And this whole idea that that being part of a single ethnicity or race based on some type of like testing means or averages makes you thereby some type of elite or supreme individual is kind of laughable, because that's just not how the distribution of intellect or redeeming qualities in human beings are. And we should have a system that's based on meritocracy and justice, rather than one that's based on fictions and denial of events that occurred in the past, and inferiority complexes. So I don't like the term reparations from a linguistic perspective,
Mm.
because it creates this like it creates this kind of like subconscious narrative that allows people to rally against it. I like the idea of being allocated your return on investment, right? Because that there was labor invested that wasn't paid for, and that's an investment that went into the infrastructure that created profit. So it's time to receive a dividend on the return of it on investment, not so much for reparations, because the idea of reparations is like you're going to be able to fix the mistake that was done. There's no putting that cat back in the bag, right? We can't just say like, oh, you wrote a check and now it's okay that there was 200 years of chattel slavery and the theft of land and labor for multiple generations, generational trauma.
Wait, wait, wait,
What you can say,
wait. Let's back up on that one.
yeah,
Let's back up on that one because we can't look at that will and return of investment because see that wasn't a business deal. That was an oppressive system. They weren't making a business deal with us. That was an exploitive system that lasted for centuries. So it wasn't an investment. They have to repair, and what they did, they destroyed lives generationally with what they did. So reparations,
right,
that's a proper word because anything that has to do with compensating us, no matter what word you use, there's going to be a negative connotation. And that's why we need reparations because they've made a culture of anti Black racism. So that's why there has to be reparations. If it's a dirty word, let it be a dirty word, but we got to get justice. We can't just keep changing words and changing things.
yeah.
It's minority.
I, I, I
Let's use people of color because then that turns around and undermines us. Because if we start playing with the words, it ultimately will be a situation where everybody will get reparations except us. So we don't want to play those kind of games. And by the way, you said, because you sound very white, your family, you said your mother is a Southern Black woman. Is your mother foundational Black American?
yeah, and my father is a full blue-blooded white Anglo-Saxon
But
Protestant.
your
Um,
mother is
my,
not no foundational Black American at all.
I can, huh? What is
I
that?
said your mother cannot be a foundational Black American.
So this is a new term to me. The
Or
what you mean by
Black,
Black American?
right.
American descendant of
Right.
slaves, or
Descendant of slaves. You saying your mama's a descendant of slaves in America?
no, no, and I can acknowledge that is that I wouldn't feel that I'm entitled to reparations based on my Black ancestry, right? We
Where's your mother from?
So my mother grew up in Missouri, but her family is originally from Starkville, Mississippi. We still own the family plot of land that has been in our Black family since
No,
1865 is the oldest title that we have, but we owned the land before that.
something ain't making
Uh,
sense, bro. Something ain't making sense. Something's not making sense. So your
no,
mother's a Southern
they
Black
call
person.
I yellow niggers, right? That was like the term that people in the town referred to my family as. But like I said, I understand that there was a direct theft of labor.
Stop,
I just
stop, brother. Slow down. You got to slow down for a minute. Slow down. You saying your mother's a yellow N-word? No, no, nobody's talks about their mother like that if you're from foundational Black American culture. Where's your
I,
family from for real, man?
that
Yeah, but
that's how people referred to our family.
right. But no, foundational Black American wouldn't even say nothing like that about their mother.
Well,
Where's
by
where's
your
your
by your foundational Black Americans, we would not be foundational Black Americans because we were not the American descendants of slaves. Like I'm not my Black ancestry. We're not descended from slaves. We were never slaves. We owned our own businesses and owned our own land. During the same time period that slavery was going on, but that doesn't mean that there aren't
okay, but
Negroes in
right,
America
that's
who have
down,
money for generations.
slow down. That's why I use the term foundational Black Americans. Even if they were free Blacks, they would still be foundational Black Americans because they were still contributing to the building of this country. That's why.
Okay, so then we are foundational Black Americans. We definitely contributed to the building of the infrastructure of this country. And
Oh,
I think that a lot of the contributions of Black
so your
Americans
mother,
to this country are
hold on. Your mother's a Southern Black woman. Your mother?
yes, absolutely, with a double master's in chemistry and psychology, and she's extremely articulate and well
God,
read. And if you'd
my
like code switch, I can, but this is how I articulate
so
myself.
your mother
So
said God is good. What would you say?
if my mother said God is good, I would say
Okay,
yes.
goddamn, this dude. This dude is not from our culture. Um, have you
No,
been to a black church
no.
before? Did she ever take you to a black church?
Yeah, she's taken me to black churches before, and I've also had to go to synagogue and Buddhist monasteries. Theology was one of the prime areas of study that, my parents mandated for me. I did grow up with a huge amount of access to resources.
So
I grew up on the coast in kind of like the
finish,
heart of Western
finish this
liberalism.
sentence. My hair is fried, dyed, and finish the sentence, sir. My
I don't know the context.
God,
So
where the
if it's
fuck are
that
you
I'm
from, man?
I literally grew up in Malibu, California. I
Good.
was one of the only black
Grief,
people in
dude. You okay? You're not from nobody's
want
foundational
to
Black American in your
respect.
family, brother. I don't believe it, brother.
So right, so this is the thing is you say I don't believe it. I'll DM you my entire legal name. Like there are Wikipedia articles on us. I mean, Anderson Boyd of the 6th Cavalry Unit in the Union is one of my ancestors. Mississippi State Representative, black man, one of my ancestors in 1867. So I mean, we're from Starkville, Mississippi, Rock Hill Road. You can say I'm not a foundational black American, but we fit the definition of like one of my ancestors was the first Negro in America to own a cotton gin. So like that's if you want to talk about contributions to the American economy
Just
by Negroes,
well, I'm
like
just throwing little cultural references that most foundational Black Americans are familiar with, and you don't know none of them, brother. That's not normal, sir. Did you have
well
black cousins that you played with? Anybody?
yeah, of course. They live on the south side of Chicago now and spent time with them, but most of my time was spent studying a variety of perspectives on history, quantum physics, computer science. Like like I was diagnosed with autism at age
Okay.
5 and was reading the classics by age 8. So, my mother was less concerned with me um understanding specific cultural nuances and more concerned with effectively creating um effectively a weapon to combat white supremacy. She
We
said if
all
you can't play the
we
game,
all do
if you
we all do that.
if you if you can't play the game, if you don't understand the ways that they conduct business, the way they structure businesses, the way they structure taxes and trusts, you won't be able to play the game. And I've become by a financial measure, I'd say relatively successful on a world sort of stage. But I think that what I'm saying here is that it's important to not just frame the theft of labor. The theft of labor from chattel slavery is along with the genocide of culture, which has created like what we consider to be the modern context for culture of foundational black Americans. This is an investment that was made by foundational black Americans into the very bedrock and foundation of American society. People won't tell you that it was a black man who brokered the loans and financed the American Revolution,
Mm,
right? So the types of things that white supremacy attempts to gloss over in order to create a narrative that white people are so great. Look at all the amazing things that they did so fast and creating this great Christian nation while diminishing the contributions of the American Negro to the very bedrock and foundation of what it is to be American and what it was to create the nation that we now call America. So, yes, I may not sound the way you think a foundational black American sounds, but that's because I was extremely well educated and well resourced by my mother to make sure that I had all of the skills and communication ability to operate within any demographic of society. I mean, I've lived with literal Thai sea gypsy pirates in the middle of the Andaman Sea, and I've also lived in Beverly Hills and Bel Air and the Hamptons and Boulder, Colorado, right? So
Let me
I I can go anywhere in the world and forge an international business
down.
deal. So
Let's slow
the way
down. Slow down. I got to slow you down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Because here's the thing. Your profile picture. See, you got a profile picture of like one of those Nubian images from the Dr. York books from the 90s. And those are used as memes on white supremacist websites. You see, when you do stuff like that, I got a question.
dog whistles that they use to identify one another. And so it's the same way that, historically, first of all, I'm also a fine artist. So the effect of performative art and conceptual art to draw literal direct attention to the way that true stories are being diminished
Slow
or
down. Now you're babbling. You're doing a lot of babbling. Yeah, you're saying that you're not like the typical foundational Black American because you were so well resourced by your mother and all of that. A lot of us, well, I'm pretty articulate. My mother was articulate. I speak very articulately. Have a big audience. There's thousands of people listening right now. But I know cultural references. Like I threw some cultural references at you. It just went right over your head. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. There's real simple stuff that most foundational Black Americans would know, especially if they have an FBA mother. So there's something kind of disingenuous there, sir. To be honest, it's just something that seems a little disingenuous that you might not come from our background. Yeah. What'd you eat when you grew up? What'd you eat? What kind of food did you eat growing up, sir?
like what type of dishes did my mother
Your
prepare
mother-
in the
Yes,
kitchen. So
there.
like black eyed peas on New Year's, ham hock and collard greens, uh, cornbread stuffing at Thanksgiving made with white corn, like white hominy corn, candied sweet potatoes. Let's see, what else does she like to make? She would sometimes make like stuffed cabbage and red gravy. Um, like those are the types of dishes that my mother prepared. I mean, she is a black woman, right?
Mhm. But you ate all of that soul food, but when a person says God is good, you don't know how to finish
Oh,
that.
great. God is great.
God damn
I mean, yeah, like
it.
God is, bro. So, but you have to understand that it's we place the idea is like understand that I
Let's
had to survive. Understand that I had to
Max,
survive.
EJ,
If
they
it,
hop back on. I gotta have EJ hop back on.
Hey, brother Tariq, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. What's happening, man?
I'm doing good, man. This dude is plebiscite babbling. I don't know where you grew up at, but it's certain things within foundational Black American, culture that we understand. And I don't know if you haven't been indoctrinated with certain things that we do in our culture. And I'm still trying to figure out what you were saying about your father. You was calling him a white reptilian. Like there's some like alt-right incel type shit that you were saying.
no, I would it was a pun. He is a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Okay,
Why you just didn't say he
he
was
is
white? We don't want to hear all that word salad. Because when y'all be coming up here talking about that reptilian shit, we don't really want to hear that crap. You could have just said your father was a white man. And I'm questioning where's your mother lineage is coming from. Because if she wasn't teach you anything about what was going on within our Black American culture, then I'm questioning her lineage, let alone even questioning if she's even from the South. Because you was just basically pebble site babbling to brother Tariq, not really making no you really wasn't making any sense. And you was talking about changing the term reparations. We already got our things situated over here, and we shouldn't be changing
and
anything when it comes to our claim.
you not understanding what I'm saying does not mean that it does not have meaning, right? And so there's a distinct difference between those two things. And yes, I was educated inside the halls of the adversary. And if you want to beat an enemy, you have to understand your enemy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand your enemy. You have to have an intimate knowledge of the inner workings of how they structure deals, how they manipulate media and psychology. All right. I had exposure to these
Okay, now
things.
let me ask you
My
this. Let me ask you this. Now, how do you said your father is white?
gosh,
How does your father feel about reparations?
I think he's pro reparations. Honestly, he was a big supporter of the American Indian movement. He's massively pro returning the labor value plus interest that was stolen from Black Americans. He's pro returning treaty lands to Native American tribes. So I think that yeah, he's pro all of those
Good. Now
things.
let me
He's
Max,
I mean,
let me ask you. So do you feel that we should all get foundational Black Americans, we should get reparations in the form of cash payments first? All that other stuff later, but cash payments first. Do you agree with that or something else?
I agree that people who have ancestors who provided unpaid labor or had land stolen from them that belonged to them, like in the examples of like the Tulsa race
Uh,
riots, that not only did they have those monies returned to them, but plus interest and adjusted for inflation.
okay, no, no, no. That's no. I'm talking about Black people who descended from slavery. Black people get reparations. If we can trace our lineage back to those 1870 censuses, and we'll see that we came from the people classified as Negro. Do you believe that we, those people, us, should get reparations in the form of cash if you can trace your lineage back to those census forms?
Yes, I just said yes. They
Y-
should get reparation the cash for the value that was provided, plus interest and adjusted for
We're talking
inflation.
about land. What was that thing about land? What was that about?
Well, what I was talking about is there are times when Black communities were literally genocided, like in the Tulsa race riots, where people had
Oh,
established businesses, started to build up economies, and there should be
slow
damages.
down, slow down, slow down. See, let's focus. I'm talking about slavery. In slavery, when we're enslaved, we didn't really have our own land. Many of us didn't have our own land during in slavery. Some of us did, but if you were enslaved, you were put on somebody else's land and exploited. So yeah, you kind of threw me off when you went to the land thing. You know what I'm saying, Max?
Okay, so it was a double mute. I'm talking about
Okay,
post-slavery when when foundational Black Americans were freed from slavery, there continued to be a number of exploitative practices, including around sharecropping, and on the chance that people were able to lift themselves up from being freed slaves and start to acquire assets, build businesses. There are numerous times when we saw white supremacists literally move in and destroy everything that had been built. So I think that those types of factors should be included in the type of damages that are paid to the descendants of those people as well. So it's like example, your father was freed from slavery. He started a shoe shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He started to build a life as a free person for his family. And 30 years later, there's a race riot and everything he owns is destroyed. His family members are killed. His building is burnt down.
You all right, brother?
There's no way to.
Okay, you going in? Okay, I'm gonna have. All right, he was going in. Yeah, Tausif.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
What's up, Tausif?
Hi, all. Hope you are all good.
We're good, Tausif. Where the hell are you from, man?
Sir, I have a net problem. That's why I can't speak. So I'm going to off my mic, okay?
Okay, why'd you request in the first place?
Sir, I have a net problem. That's why I'm going to off my mic. So please request somebody that can speak. I'm going to off my mic. Thank you so much.
Hey, your ass should have never came on anyway. All right, but yeah, Max, yeah, okay, yeah, your thing was acting up, Max, and I got to get some other callers. You're just kind of going on and on, but I thank you, Max. I don't know your background is a little sketchy. Yeah, some of the little cultural references for you to not know what I'm talking about. That's I don't know. I threw some things at you that you didn't catch that most people who got some kind of FBA background, they would kind of know what I'm talking about. You dig? So I don't know, Max. Let's get cool H Town girl in the building. Cool H Town girl, what's going on?
Um, First off, the gentleman that was just talking, not the one who was, tripping with his mic, but the one right before, I was digging what he was saying. You weren't?
Yeah, some of the stuff, but it just it kind of gets into a little word salad. But some of his stuff was interesting. Some of it was.
So, maybe well, let me just be all the way clear and transparent. So maybe the reason why I was digging what he was saying is because I live in Houston, Texas, and I have for 30 plus years, but I was born and bred on Black Wall Street.
Okay.
And I say that because I'm very familiar, right, with the Tulsa race riots. I know a lot of people try to be like, "Oh, I didn't know anything about it," until the centennial, because it happened in 1921, and until 2021, I saw all the bullshit on Twitter. We're like, "What? How come I didn't learn this in fucking school?" All the bullshit.
Right.
You know, you know. Um, so maybe that's why I was digging what he was saying, because and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but if I understood what he was saying, he was agreeing that, yeah, absolutely, we should have reparations. And on top of that, the people who, can actually prove in their lineage, not only was, my lineage enslaved as a FBA, which I am, I'm 7 generations deep and blah, blah, blah. And maybe I was feeling what he was saying, because I cannot only prove that, but I can also prove that, fuck yes, I also was a victim. My family, my ancestors, um, from the Tulsa race riots, who were literally bombed out of, all of their businesses. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why I was feeling him. Just to be honest, I just want to be transparent with that.
Yeah, we
Um,
gave Max his time to speak his mind and say what's on his. Yeah, so I was very fair to him. But just like just culturally, there is some questionable things there. And my dude says his family's from the South, and it's yeah, you got to know some type of cultural reference. If somebody throws at you, you can't be that. You weren't that insulated. I mean, damn. And he sounds like a fairly intelligent dude. And a lot of us are intelligent, but we know certain cultural relevancies and nuances that's especially Southern. There's certain things that you just know. Julius, what's up, Julius?
What's going on, my man? Man, been a while, man. I've been
How
trying to
you been?
get in contact with you, man, for a very long time.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Out here, I live in Victorville, California, but I'm from Sandersville, Georgia.
Okay.
But I did want to talk about a couple of things. Now, that one guy, he was talking so much about the Revolutionary War and talking about who invested in the war and stuff like that. But that piece of information is not true.
Hmm.
My last name is Worthen, named after a plantation that's still there in Georgia called Worthing, Georgia. You know about Sandersville, Carl. I know you know about Nation of Islam, Elijah
Yeah.
Poole, Elijah
Right.
Muhammad.
Hmm.
So he from there, from
Yeah.
the same neck of the woods. But the Revolutionary War was financed. Well, the broker was a Jewish man, but you know how they play with their words. They don't. 1 minute they could be white, next minute they can't be white. So we got to be real careful with that as well. But dealing with police brutality.
Hold on. Let me hold. So you saying that Max was incorrect saying that a black man financed it?
Right, right, right,
Max,
right.
get back up here, Max. Max, hop on.
Yeah, hey,
Right.
how's it going? I'm about to go into a dentist appointment in a minute, but actually his name was Hayam Solomon. And
Yes,
he was a
Jewish.
black
No, he
he
was
was
Jewish, brother. Jewish.
so being black and being Jewish are not mutually exclusive. There's a tribe of people called the Berbers in North Africa who are black people, and they are also
Nah, brother. Because
Jewish lineage.
that's just like saying my last name is Oscar. Well, my last name is Oscar, Ashkenazi German. which is Jewish. The same people that own the plantation in northern Georgia, they're Jewish. So, and that's how they
So
got that land. And that's how they got that land. It's after the Revolutionary War.
yeah, but that's not who we're discussing. We're discussing a specific individual who was a
Right.
banker
Yeah.
who brokered the bank loans,
I'm
and
well familiar with
he
that
was
guy.
Hold on, yeah,
a black man.
hold on.
No.
Hayam Solomon, wait, because he immigrated. He was a Jewish Polish immigrant. So where did the black thing?
Oh,
Where was he?
okay. So let me explain this. So if you even go and look at
Man.
you go and even look at the Habsburg dynasties,
That dude talking for
correct,
I'm from the
and
South.
coats of arms. We have to go back further because it's important to understand that all of Spain at one point was a caliphate.
Uh
Okay, Southern Europe during what's called the Dark Ages. You can go up look up Il Moro de Medici. There was black aristocracy and nobility
man. Don't try to put that
in
on
Europe.
us.
It's
Okay,
not about
okay,
trying to play anything, bro.
Yes,
This
you
is
are. Yes, you are. Cause you say black, man. You ain't mention anything about Jewish.
okay. Because I know Alessandro de Medici. He had a black phenotype. I understand. There's
yeah.
a lot
Yeah, we
of
all
him.
got the blood types, but don't mean that we're the same people.
But Hayam Solomon, that's a reach, brother, to try to point to some kind of Moorish bloodline he
Well,
had.
he wasn't more. I mean, like when you say Moorish, we can be describing two things. But I mean, even Pope Alexander the 6th was of Moorish dynasty. I have to walk into a teeth cleaning right now, but I'll come back in a little bit. So I encourage you to do your own research, right? I'm
Looking, yeah,
Yeah,
ain't a black.
yeah,
This
no.
is an immigrant guy who immigrated over here, so wasn't
Yeah.
really
It's the same talking point that they like to say about the first black slave owner here in America was
right.
Anthony Johnson. That's not correct neither. If you want to talk about see when they use colorism, it's a trap because
Yeah,
not all black people share the same lineage. Now, Jewish and so-called African Americans, the ones that they probably could do a DNA test, and most of them could trace back their lineage back to the Igbo. They share the
mhm.
same, almost the same type of blood type as the Jewish people, but they're not the same people. They're not of the same lineage. So by him,
Right,
by him saying that this guy, I clearly said that he was Jewish. You found out he was Jewish, but he never mentioned anything about that. He just said he was a black person.
right, which is not true.
That's
And
not
he was
true.
right. I'm looking at up at that now. Yeah, that's 100% not true. This was not especially when the foundational Black American.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Look,
Yeah,
my grandmother, she used to work for a wealthy Jewish woman as a housemaid, her and her sister. So I think that the thing is the lying about some of the history in the southern states because when most people hear about slavery, they always refer to the southern states, don't really talk about the northern states at all. Because the southern states was a little bit more it was way more different than the northern states because people in the north, like Richard Allen, the guy that started the first church up in Philadelphia, he had his freedom back in 1700s, like 1792, something like that. But however, down in the southern states, slavery began like briefly after the Revolutionary War because some of the land was granted to my former slave owners that came from some parts of the north and that was given free land down in the south, like close to Savannah, all the way down to like Florida. So Georgia is a very
yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna land your plane, brother. Thank you so much. Like, I got to get some more calls in here, so I'm gonna land that plane. But yeah, I'm glad this brother kind of showed that Max wasn't keeping it 100. See, that's why I kept questioning Max's background. That's why I didn't believe him. He kept talking about his mama black. Yeah, because Max lied. Basically, he lied and said that that dude was black. That's why I wasn't buying it, dude. That's why I wasn't really. I don't believe that dude's family is foundational Black American. I don't believe that one damn iota. So now we prove that this dude is a liar. See, you got to watch it. See, with all that word salad, because when people just do a lot of word salad, you got to watch them. You got to slow them down for a minute, because that's a sign of deception. So he lied about that dude was a Jewish dude, and he said he was black, which that was a lie. That wasn't true. So if he lied about that, what else is he lying about? I don't. Again, his background is questionable. See? Let's get Monica in here. Monica. Let's get the microphone on, Monica. All right, Monica is not turning her microphone on. We got a lot of people in here in the middle of the night. We almost got 1,400 people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. All right. Shout out to everybody in here. Let's get Sleazy Poo. Let's get Sleazy Poo in here. And then we'll get Lily. So, Sleazy Poo, what's up? All right, waiting on Sleazy Poo to turn that microphone on. Okay, no. We're not having Tethers call up. No. We're not having Tethers call up with their animals in their cars. We're not having that. We are not having that, Sleazy Poo. You're not going to be driving around in your Uber with your camel in the back. We don't want to hear that. It's not that kind of party. That's these immigrants over here in Ohio. You heard about some of those immigrants going over there eating cats and ducks. People's pets are missing. Have y'all heard about that over in Ohio? They're saying that some of the immigrants are going over there and eating people's pets. It's insane over here now, dude. It's insane. People's cats are missing. Oh God, it's a crap show out here now, man. With Kamala Harris and them working for the corporate structure, they're doing the most. All right, we got Nathaniel in here. Okay. Nathaniel, what's up? I ain't heard from you in a long time. What's on your mind, Nathaniel? Nathaniel, what's happening?
ADI, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nathaniel. What's going on?
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. My hair is fried, dried, and laid to the side. It ain't blow dried. But how are
There
you
you go.
tonight, Tariq?
I'm good, Nathaniel. What's going on with you?
Why do you hate the Midwesterners and East Coasters? Like T.S. Gazelle said. I mean, it's.
Stop it. Stop it.
But I
Okay,
did.
you just
Now, I wanted
oh
to talk about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. So, what are your thoughts on the delineation movement being able to separate this from being a black issue? Because now it's a Haitian issue. We're not considering it as a FBA issue.
right. And that's what it is. It's a non-FBA issue because it's not us going around there eating cats and ducks and all that stuff. So we're letting everybody they defend themselves and defend their culture. Just don't put that on us. That's what we're saying. That's all we're saying. Don't put none of that nonsense on us. Let's get Luke in the building. Luke,
Hello?
hey Luke, how are you, sir?
Yeah, good. The Haitians. Uh, okay. What?
You okay?
What? Go ahead.
Okay, you okay? Let's okay. Now, Luke, where you from, by the way, sir?
Oklahoma.
There you. Are you from Tulsa? What part of Oklahoma?
Shawnee. 25 miles south of Shawnee.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now,
But
what's on
all
your
right. Sorry.
now?
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm looking at your screen. Your name is Luke Ginger
Yep.
88.
Yep.
At 88, usually that's a lot of white nationalists use those numbers. Are you a white nationalist?
No, I was born 1988. That's when I was born.
Okay, there you go. Okay, but
But
sometimes
but
your name
I know what you're referring to. The Heil Hitler.
right.
That's not me. That's not me.
Okay, but when I see that 88, I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, what's
Go ahead. Go ahead. Thought wise, I mean, as a nation, why it doesn't matter if it's black, white, Latino, whatever, whatever his labor is. Why would allowing these immigration border policies? Why would allowing it go through?
I have no idea what the hell you just said. Let's try that
Sorry.
again.
All right. Let me restart. Doesn't matter if it's black, Hispanic, Asian, white. Why are we allowing these policies to go through? Doesn't matter what it is. Like, say Germany was having all these immigrants come through. Why are we allowing this? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
the corporate sector. The corporate sector is doing this because they benefit from it because they need that cheap labor. They need that cheap, damn near free labor. So that's why the corporate structure, they're the ones pushing the Kamala and the Democrats to allow all of this stuff to happen. And the Biden administration, they're really pushing that because us citizens, we're not going to work for slave wages. We're going to ask for benefits and we're going to have these corporations pay us a proper wage. So it's very exploitive. We got to understand where that's coming from. So that is what it is. Okay, only a few more calls because I've been on here for a long time, and I'm gonna have to let you guys go to sleep. It's 1:30 out here in the morning in LA, and I want everybody to go to microphonecheck.com and get the new version of the hot documentary film Microphone Check. Also, go to rootworkstyle.com. You need that deodorant. That is the best natural deodorant on the planet. Rootworkstyle.com. If you go to Amazon, Rootwork has rave reviews. People absolutely love it. The best natural deodorant in the game, ladies and gentlemen. And also, if you are in LA, come on down to the Hidden History Museum. We got an event this Saturday called September Soul Saturday. And we're going to have complimentary dinner. We're going to have great comedians. It's going to be a lot of networking there. And you get to vibe and kick it with me at the Hidden History Museum, and we vibe out. It's going to be a nice vibe and a nice build. So y'all need to come on through. All right. Should I get one more call? Should I get one more? Because I always say that and end up on here another 3 hours or something. Should I get one more call? All right, raise your hand if I should get one more call. Let's get Aletha. Let's get Aletha Z in here. Let's get Aletha Z. Aletha, what's happening? Now I was going to take one more call, and Aletha Z ain't even answering the damn thing. You see how people be wasting time? Aletha? All right. Okay, Aletha. Let's get Bete Nore. All right, let's get Bete Nore. I think that's your name. Uh-oh. Hello? Uh-oh. Was that Letha? Wait, hold on.
Well, looks like Aletha left. Looks like it's you and me.
Okay, what's up, Betty?
You can call me Vidal. It's Bet Noir, but I don't go
Bet.
by that. I go by Vidal.
Where you from, dear?
I'm actually not too far from you. I'm in beautiful Southern California.
Oh, cool, cool. Now that
I'm enjoying the heat and the smell of smoke as this fire continues to rage on.
where's this fire? I smelt the fire earlier. Where the hell is the fire? Where's that fire?
It's like at the foot of the mountains when you go up the grade from San Bernardino up to the desert.
Okay. Wow, yeah. I smelled it earlier. So now you're from South Africa originally?
No, no, that's just what I put online.
Oh Lord. Why are you out here catfishing?
No. I just like to fuck with people when they assume that I'm a dumb American or I'm a dumb South African. Either way, I think it's funny.
Well, hilarious. All right, so what's on your mind?
Well, you know what? Actually, you have discussed a whole lot tonight, and
Go ahead, dear. Go ahead. Uh-oh. Well, what happened? You something happened. Uh-oh. What happened, dear? I don't have her muted. Something happened to her microphone. Okay. I don't know what happened to your microphone, man. All right, well, I'm gonna have Bet come back on, but let's get Aletha. What's up?
Phone, you all keep on cutting me off.
No, ma'am. Miss Alita. Oh, somebody's auntie. Okay.
What am I
Oh,
doing wrong? What am I supposed to call the name?
who
Because I
auntie?
don't know, apparently.
Uh-oh. Somebody's auntie got the phone. Alita, how are you, beloved?
I am frustrated right now and extremely stressed. I am so grateful you took my call finally. I've been trying for 3 nights. I've been up half of the night waiting to be heard. And I just wanted to compel every living soul. And I know, my brother, I have heard you, I've heard everyone. But until we get what my mama used to say, a toehold, you know what a toehold is,
What's
baby?
that?
A foot in.
Yes.
A foot
Yes,
in.
ma'am.
We must get a foot in. We don't have anything now. People have come here. Well, they when we were uh freed slaves, they brought their cousins. Esau's children brought their cousins over here and built universities to teach them how to
Mhm.
farm after they had and made us and beat us into farming their lands for them. They brought their cousins over here and gave them our 40 acres and our
Yes.
mule. So we've never been able to acquire any generational
Alita,
wealth.
where
But
did you grow up?
hmm,
What part of the South did you grow up, dear?
I grew up in Washington,
Okay.
D.C. by way of my mother, Newberry, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And inside of our house was Newberry, South Carolina in D.C. You understand what I'm saying?
Ma'am. Absolutely. Now, how old are you? How
And
old are you, dear?
no, you don't ask a lady
Oh,
that, Mr. Gentleman. How dare
Alita,
you? Don't you make me.
you are still trying
What?
to catch. Are you trying to catch?
I'll give you this hint. I'll give you this hint. My mama had me by my hand and took me to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's speech on the ellipse in DC.
Uh-oh.
And that's all I'm going to
There it
say.
is, right there. I love it.
All
I
right? Okay, don't you ever ask a lady how old she is. And if she answers you, she's not a lady.
Uh-oh.
All
There it
right?
is.
Okay. Okay. Now listen. This is what I have been trying to get across. Honey, I have bled. I've been beaten, honey. My mama is long gone, but she instilled that fire, that fire in me. It's a fire, baby. You gotta keep going. And we are nowhere near done. It is a fire. You gotta keep pushing and keep moving. And any little inch, any little nano inch we can make.
Yes.
We have to be grateful for and keep on pushing. So, Kamala Harris is that nano inch. Y'all stop messing with that gal.
Uh-oh.
Y'all let her, if she can get through, let her get through.
Uh-oh.
She will do, listen to mama, she will do what no one else has done thus far. And it is a nano inch. I need y'all to stop philosophizing and being so intelligent and being so educated and being so whatever, while the Mexicans and everybody else is stealing everything I bled for. I was hit upside my head for. I was sent to prison for. Y'all, stop it! And stop all of your analyzing and your whatever. We have to take our nano inches. They're trying to kill us, son. Literally. There is no more testing for COVID. Where I am, unfortunately, in the middle of hell, North Carolina.
Let me land Nana's plane, Lord. And then I was with Nana, and then she started with the Kamala stuff. I was with you for a minute, Nana. Then you lost me. I had to land your plane. Nana, I was with you, beloved. Oh God, I had to respect the elder. I wasn't gonna go in on her, but Nana, you're talking about the Mexicans and all that, but then support Kamala. Kamala's the problem. That's why you think the Mexicans are coming over and all the other immigrants are coming over. That's Kamala, ma'am. You come on now, Lord. She's old school. She said she was at the March on Washington. Shit, okay. So she's an OG with it. She was out there literally getting beat up with John Lewis in them. So, no, ma'am. No. Nana was out there with John Lewis in them. She's somebody got beat up. No, we need Kamala in here. We need a nano inch of it, baby. Let her do her thing now. No, ma'am. We cannot let Kamala. Well, I know, Nana, they done beat you silly. All right. We're going to get justice for you. We don't need Kamala Harris in there, ma'am. Nana, they done beat you to oblivion. You don't even know what's going on. They're running a trick on you. We can't let Kamala get in there. You need her, baby. I was out there, they hits me with billy clubs, baby. We need a nano inch, and that is Kamala. Y'all listen to me here. Listen to me, baby. It's crazy. They got Mexicans out here eating chickens raw, baby. No, ma'am. We can't rock with Kamala. She's the reason why they're over here stealing people's chickens. She's doing it, ma'am. Lord. Nana was just all over the place. She was just all over the place. We need this. I fought and I bled. Sugar, I have bled for this. Leave Kamala alone. They is bringing a new strain of COVID back over here with these Haitian immigrants. They eating ducks and raccoons in the street raw. Do you understand me, baby? What, Nana's just saying all types of stuff. Bless her heart. Oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart. That's how my mama be talking. So that's why I'm like, okay. Bless her heart. My mama be talking that same bullshit. And y'all mama do too. Yeah. All right, ma. All right, ma. Okay, ma. That's what you do. When mama call up talking all that shit. Okay, mom. All right. All right, mom. I got it. Okay. All right, ma. I'll talk to you in a minute. That's how you do. You love them. Bless her. And now that's Alita. Alita, she sound like a sweetheart. Shout out to Miss Alita. Betty, you here, dear?
Yeah, I sincerely apologize. I don't know what happened. For some reason, I just got cut off.
You know it. Oh, baby. But go ahead.
You know what? She did remind me. I do have a question for you. I need you to help me understand something.
Yes, dear.
If Kamala is the problem, is Trump the solution?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's a great question. What we need reparations. We do need reparations, but if we don't get our reparations, there's some consolation prizes that's in there. And this stop of the flood of immigration, that's a great consolation prize. And I would assume that Trump would be somewhat of a solution for that. So little things like that, I think he would be better than Kamala if we're going to look at the lesser of the evils. Um, Trump would be policy-wise the lesser of the evils, because some of the policies that Kamala's bringing in, they're so detrimental for Black society. It's ridiculous. This immigration thing is killing Black society. The sexual agenda stuff that they push, that stuff bites us in the ass. That ain't good for us. So little things like that. And I'm not a Trump supporter, because I'm only supporting people who's going to have a proactive agenda for Black people, not that lift all stuff. So
Right.
I'm not a fan of nobody in this thing, to be honest.
Well, if you think Trump is going to be good on immigration, but you do realize that he actually had his lackeys turn down an immigration bill that they actually wrote February of this
Lord,
year.
stop doing that. Y'all stop blaming Trump all this stuff. Just like
No,
with
no, no.
the
I'm not. It's not that I'm blaming him. I'm saying that he had an opportunity to actually
Trump.
help solve the problem, but he stopped it.
No, Trump ain't in office right now. Y'all got to stop that. Trump has nothing to do with what's going on in office right now. The Democrats are in power right now. If they wanted to stop immigration because of something Trump did, they could have done it. Kamala has said out of her own mouth there she's going to give amnesty to all of these illegal immigrants coming over here. That ain't got nothing to do with Trump, beloved. So we got to stop doing that.
Okay. Well, Trump was in office for 4 years, and I mean, I don't. He said he was going to build a wall, and Mexico was going to pay for it. None of that happened. That wall hasn't been built. Mexico never paid for anything.
But beloved, Kamala Harris is running around here now talking about giving amnesty to all of these illegal immigrants. That's her talking. Ain't nothing to do with Trump. I don't like when the Democrats do janky stuff and then people
Mhm.
find it. Trump. We ain't doing that. So
So, do you want them to round up all the immigrants and take them out of the country?
I don't give a shit, because they come over here, and what we saw with Tariq Hill, those were some people from immigrant backgrounds. They all had accents where they were gaffling my brother up. So I don't give a damn what they do with him. They are not our problem, and they don't have a camaraderie with us. They come over here, too many of them, not all, but too damn many. We can't differentiate between who's who. Come over here and they undermine us, and there's too many anti-Black ones come over here. So have at it. So they're not. That's not our issue. We have resources that needs to be allocated to foundational Black Americans over here. What needs to be done with them? They need to stay home and fix their homeland, like we're staying home, fixing our homeland and the problems that we have. That's what needs to be done. Everybody stay home and fix their problems. Right? Oh, where'd she go? I didn't. Okay. Okay, I didn't. She bounced. And so she must. I think this sister must come from an immigrant background. Ah, because when she's talking like the immigrants talk, I think she comes from an immigrant background. She bounced. And when I was saying that, I think it got a little heavy for her. And I see Miss Aletha's. We need a nano inch, baby. All right. Anyway, Lord, like I said, when I take a few extra calls, it turns into another hour of stuff. So let me get out of here, because I'll be here all night. We got 1,300 people up here in the middle of the night, man. Our spaces are lit. Everybody, if you're not following me, y'all follow me here. But we get on the nightly spaces. The spaces are lit. This is like in the middle of the night, and the spaces are lit. When I'm on early, we get like 4,000, 5,000 people in here when I'm on in the daytime. But usually in the daytime, I try to prioritize family. I try to make sure my family at home is prioritized. So I spend a lot of time with them, as responsible Black males are supposed to do. You understand? Try to lead by example. But anyway, should I get this one call? We got so many interesting looking people up here. Let me get this. This person looks. Hold on, did I get him? Elon Musk troll account. What's going on, Elon Musk? Not the real Elon Musk, but what's going on, man? Okay, well, he's not saying nothing, so that was a waste of time. Okay. Anyway, y'all go to microphonecheck.com. Okay.
Yeah,
Yo, what's up?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. What's happening with you, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm just listening to your talk, man. It's really good, man. You're speaking the truth about that. No, the Democrat ain't doing no good, but it's
That
it's possible.
was extremely janky, brother. So I'm gonna have to let you go. Yeah, that I can't deal with that janky phone. That phone was a beast. But anyway, man, look, everybody go to microphonecheck.com. Also, go to hiddencolorsfilm.com to get the Hidden Colors movies. Hiddencolorsfilm.com. All right. Some of y'all might not be familiar with Hidden Colors. You should be. Phenomenal documentary series. Also, go to american-maroon.com. Get your Rootwork deodorant at rootworkstyle.com. And again, this weekend, we got an event at the Hidden History Museum, and I want y'all to join me. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. All right, I'm up out of here. I'm out. Papi Akute, Lola Vuve to the family. Peace.
To all the FBA family, let's get behind our FBA brother, hip hop artist Castaway, and support and listen and share the official FBA anthem, FBA, available on all streaming platforms right now. Love, peace, and reparations.
My entire family.